Have you ever watched someone say the simplest sentence and people instantly relax around them, as if a knot just loosened in the room? Have you ever tried your absolute best to be helpful and kind, yet somehow you end up feeling misunderstood, taken for granted, or even quietly disliked? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about something that stings because it is common. Many people believe that being liked is a reward for effort, so they work harder. They become more helpful, more polite, more available, more agreeable, more careful with words. They show up early. They stay late. They carry extra weight. They try to be the person who never causes trouble. And then a confusing thing happens. The more they try, the less natural it feels. The more they try, the more tense they become. The more they try, the more they start sensing resistance from others. People do not say it out loud, but you can feel it. The room gets slightly colder. Replies become shorter. Invitations become fewer. You are still useful, but you no longer feel welcomed. If you have ever lived this, I want you to know something right away. This is not proof that you are unworthy. This is often proof that you are trying to earn connection the way someone tries to earn safety. And safety and connection cannot be forced. They can only be cultivated. Here are the two ideas I want to carry with you through this long talk. First, people are not only responding to what you do, they are responding to what you are broadcasting while you do it. Your tone, your pressure, your hidden need, your inner weather. Second, the fastest way to become respected and naturally liked is not to become more pleasing. It is to become more grounded. When you become grounded, your words become clean, your presence becomes calm, and your kindness stops feeling like a transaction. I am going to guide you through 3 ways of handling life that transform your social energy. When you practice them, you do not become fake. You become more real. And oddly, that realness often looks like what people call high class. Not expensive, not flashy. High class in the sense of steady, clear, dignified, and warm without being needy. Let me start with a story, because this becomes obvious in real life. There was a man named Ethan. He was the type of person everyone thought they should like. He was hardworking. He was considerate. He always offered help. If someone needed a ride, he drove them. If someone needed advice, he listened. If someone had a deadline, he stayed late to support them. On paper, he was a dream friend, a dream co-worker, a dream partner. But in reality, people often felt tired around him. They did not know why. They could not point to anything rude. He never insulted anyone. He never yelled. He was always polite. Yet after spending time with him, people would feel a subtle pressure, a sense that they had to respond a certain way, a sense that they had to appreciate him correctly, a sense that if they did not show enough gratitude, he would be hurt. And that is the key. Ethan was kind, but his kindness carried a hook. He did not mean to. He was not plotting, but underneath his helpfulness was a quiet question that he was constantly asking without words. Do you like me now? Do I matter now? Did I earn my place now? That hidden question is heavy. People feel it even when it is never spoken. So Ethan kept trying harder, because he thought the solution to being unlike D was more effort, more doing, more giving, more availability. But the more he gave, the more he started keeping score in his heart, not on purpose, but naturally. Because when you give to earn love, you also start measuring whether love is being paid back. Then resentment grows quietly. He would say yes to help, then go home exhausted. He would smile, Then later replay the moment when someone did not thank him properly. He would volunteer, then feel bitter when others did not notice. He would support friends, then feel abandoned when he needed support and the response was slow. His kindness became a path to self-harm. Now pause here and notice something important. People were not disliking Ethan because he was helpful. People were resisting the invisible contract that came with the helpfulness. A lot of people do not mind receiving support, but nobody likes feeling emotionally billed. Nobody likes feeling that your kindness is actually a request. So the first way of handling life that changes everything is this: practice clean intention. Clean intention means you do what is right without using it as a rope to pull people closer. It means your kindness is free, not because you are careless, but because you are grounded in inner worth. You give because it is aligned with your values, not because you are trying to buy safety. In Buddhist language, intention is karma, not only the action, but the mind behind the action. Two people can do the same helpful thing. One plants peace, one plants tension. The difference is intention. Let me make it vivid. Imagine two people offer help at work. The first person says, "I can help you with that. No problem." Their voice is calm. Their face is relaxed. They do not hover. They do not demand a reaction. They help. Then they move on. The second person says, "I can help you with that." But their voice is tight. Their eyes search the other person's face. They pause as if waiting for gratitude. They keep mentioning the help later. They check in repeatedly, not to support, but to secure appreciation. Both helped, but one feels light, the other feels like pressure. People do not fall in love with effort. People feel safe with clean energy. So, how do you build clean intention? You start by becoming honest with yourself. Before you help, pause inside and ask a simple question. If nobody thanks me, will I still be at peace with this choice? If the answer is yes, it is clean. If the answer is no, it does not mean you are bad. It means your help is mixed with a need. And needs are human. But when a need is hidden, it becomes manipulation. Not evil manipulation, unconscious manipulation. The kind that makes people back away without knowing why. So the practice is to either purify the intention or adjust the action. Sometimes purifying intention means you still help, but you do it with inner release. You let go of the outcome. You do not chase appreciation. You do not demand emotional payment. Sometimes adjusting the action means you say no, not out of coldness, but out of honesty. You say, "I cannot take that on right now." Or you say, "I can help for 10 minutes, then I need to return to my work." This is what makes you high class. You stop using yourself as a tool to earn belonging. You become dignified. And dignity is magnetic. Now let me tell you what happened to Ethan when he learned this. At first, he felt panic, because for people like Ethan, helping was not just kindness. It was identity. If he stopped over-helping, he feared he would become invisible. He feared people would leave. This fear is very old in many hearts. It comes from childhood patterns. It comes from times when love felt conditional. It comes from being praised only when you performed. It comes from environments where being easy and useful was the safest way to survive. So when Ethan tried to help less, he felt guilt. The mind said, "You are selfish. You are becoming bad. You are letting people down." But he kept practicing, and he discovered a truth that changed his life. His worth did not collapse when he said no. In fact, people began respecting him more, because when you respect yourself, you teach others how to treat you. This is cause and effect again. not mystical, social and psychological. A person who has boundaries feels safer to be around because you know where you stand. A person who has no boundaries creates uncertainty. People feel they might toe them. People feel trapped. People feel they might accidentally hurt them. So Ethan began helping with clean intention and clear limits. And something surprising happened. He became lighter. And as he became lighter, people began liking him more naturally. Now we move to the second way of handling life that transforms your presence. Practice right speech. Right speech sounds old-fashioned, but it is one of the fastest ways to upgrade your life. Right speech is not about speaking fancy. It is about speaking clean. Clean speech creates peace. Dirty speech creates tension. Dirty speech is not only insults. Dirty speech can be sarcasm, complaining, passive aggression, subtle blaming, talking about others behind their backs, or even over-explaining with anxious energy. Many people who try hard to be liked actually lose social points because of over-explaining. They talk too much to prove they mean well. They add extra words to avoid misunderstanding. They repeat themselves to secure agreement. They keep clarifying, keep apologizing, keep justifying because they fear being seen as wrong. But over-explaining is a form of pressure. It is a way of saying, "Please do not judge me." People feel that pressure. And even if they are kind, they may start distancing because the energy is heavy. High-class speech is simple. It is direct. It is warm. It is not desperate. Here is a story that shows the difference. A woman named Olivia worked in a team where everyone was competitive. She was talented, but she did not like conflict, so she tried to be harmless. She would say yes to extra tasks. She would avoid disagreeing. She would laugh at jokes she did not like. She would accept rude comments to keep peace. Over time, something happened. People stopped respecting her, not because she lacked talent, but because her speech trained them to see her as someone who would swallow discomfort. Then one day a new co-worker joined, a quiet man named Marcus. Marcus did not talk much, but when he spoke, the room listened, not because he was loud, because his speech was clean. Someone would try to blame him subtly, and he would respond with calm clarity. He would say, "I hear your concern. Here is what happened. Here is what I can do next. If you need something different, tell me directly. No heat, no humiliation, just clarity." People stopped playing games with him. Olivia watched and felt confused. She thought, how can he be so calm without being cold? This is right speech. Right speech is firm without cruelty. So Olivia tried an experiment. The next time someone gave her an unreasonable request, she did not smile and accept. She did not attack either. She simply said, "I can do that by Friday if I move this other task to next week. Which would you prefer?" This sentence changed her life. It was polite. It was clear. It showed self-respect. It did not beg. It did not accuse. It simply stated reality. People began reading her differently, not because she became someone else, but because her speech began reflecting her dignity. Now, there is another part of right speech that matters deeply in relationships. Stop using words as weapons, even when you feel justified. Some people lose likability because they are sharp. They speak truth, but they do it with a blade. They say, "I am just honest," but their honesty lacks compassion. And compassion is what makes truth digestible. You can say the truth in a way that heals or in a way that wounds. High-class communication is truth with kindness. It does not mean being soft. It means being clean. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," You can say, "I do not feel heard right now. Can we slow down and try again?" Instead of saying, "You are so irresponsible," you can say, "I need reliability. When plans change without notice, it affects me. Let us agree on a clear expectation." Instead of saying, "I do everything for you and you do nothing," you can say, "I feel imbalance. I need us to share responsibilities more fairly." Notice the difference. The first style is accusation. It triggers defense. The second style is clarity. It invites repair. This is karma again. Words are seeds. Words create the atmosphere in a relationship. If you plant seeds of blame, you grow defensiveness. If you plant seeds of clarity and respect, you grow trust. Now, right speech also includes what you do not say. High-class people do not gossip because gossip ties the mind. You might think gossip makes you connect. It makes you feel close because you share secrets, but it trains your mind to search for flaws. It trains your mind to judge. And when your mind is trained to judge, your face and tone will carry that energy. People will sense it. They may laugh with you, but they will not feel safe with you. Also, gossip returns. If you speak about others behind their back, others assume you will speak about them too. So the practice is to keep speech clean. If you need to process pain, do it with someone trustworthy, in a way that seeks understanding, not entertainment. If you need to set a boundary, speak directly to the person, not around them. If you need to criticize, do it with the intention to improve, not to dominate. This is high class, and it is also spiritual practice. Many Buddhist teachings point to the power of speech because speech shapes mind. When you train speech, you train mind. When you train mind, you train destiny. Now we come to the third way of handling life that transforms how people feel around you. Give people space and stop trying to manage their feelings. This one is huge. Many people who try hard to be liked are constantly trying to manage the emotional temperature of the room. They want everyone to be comfortable. They want no tension. They want no awkwardness. They want no silence. They want everyone to approve. So they fill the space with effort. They offer too much. They apologize too much. They entertain too much. They explain too much. They compromise too quickly. They sacrifice their own needs to keep the room smooth. But people do not need you to manage their feelings. People need you to be stable. Stability is the most attractive quality in a chaotic world. When you are stable, others can relax. They do not feel they must take care of you. They do not feel they must react correctly. They do not feel trapped. This is what you see in those people who seem naturally respected. They do not rush to fix every emotion. They do not chase every mood. They allow space. Space is powerful. Space allows others to breathe. Space allows others to reveal themselves. Space allows relationships to develop naturally instead of being forced. Let me tell you a story. A man named Ryan was dating someone he liked deeply. He wanted the relationship to work so badly, so he tried to do everything right. If his partner seemed quiet, he would ask repeatedly what is wrong. If the partner said nothing, Ryan would push. If the partner said they were fine, Ryan would not believe it. He would keep asking, keep checking, keep trying to pull a confession out of them. Ryan thought this was love. He thought he was being attentive, but his partner felt suffocated. Not because Ryan was evil, because Ryan could not tolerate uncertainty. He needed to control the emotional state of the relationship so he could feel safe. This is attachment. Attachment is not only clinging to a person, it is clinging to an outcome. It is clinging to certainty. And when you cling to certainty, You become controlling without realizing. So Ryan learned to practice. When he sensed distance, he stopped chasing. He breathed. He reminded himself that another person's mood is not a verdict on his worth. He learned to offer presence without pressure. He would say, "I am here if you want to talk," and then he would continue his day calmly. At first, it felt impossible. His mind screamed, "If you do not fix this now, you will lose them." But then he saw something surprising. When he stopped chasing, his partner opened more. When he gave space, trust grew. When he stopped trying to manage feelings, the relationship felt lighter. This is high-class love. It is love with freedom. It is love with respect. It is love that does not demand. Now, apply this to friendships and work. If you constantly text to check if someone is okay, if you constantly seek reassurance, if you constantly try to keep the connection warm, you may unintentionally create pressure. Instead, practice calm consistency. Reach out with sincerity, then allow space. Invite, then allow the other person to choose. Support, then let it be. This is the energy of a person who has inner stability, and inner stability is what people trust. Now we have covered the 3 ways: clean intention, right speech, space and stability. But I want to go deeper, because there is a hidden root behind the problem of trying hard and not being liked. The hidden root is self-abandonment. When you are trying to be liked, you often leave yourself. You leave your true preferences. You leave your honest boundaries. You leave your natural rhythm. You leave your real opinions. You leave your quiet needs. You do this to become acceptable. But when you abandon yourself, people sense it. There is a subtle emptiness. Your kindness feels like performance. Your laughter feels like agreement. Your presence feels like you are scanning for approval. And the strange truth is this: people are drawn to authenticity even when it is imperfect. A person who is a little awkward, but honest often feels warmer than a person who is perfectly polite but not real. So the real upgrade is not learning tricks. The real upgrade is returning to yourself. Return to yourself means you stop overgiving. Return to yourself means you stop over-explaining. Return to yourself means you stop chasing emotional control. Return to yourself means you become honest and calm. That calm honesty is what people call high class. Now let me show you what this looks like in daily micro moments. Because destiny is built in micro moments. Someone makes a joke you do not like. Old you laughs to fit in. New you smiles gently and stays quiet. Or you say, "I am not into that kind of joke." No drama, just truth. Someone invites you to something you do not want. Old you says yes, then resents. New you says thank you. I will pass this time. Warm tone, clear boundary, no apology marathon. Someone criticizes you unfairly. Old you panics and defends for 10 minutes. New you says, "I hear you. I do not agree with that view." If you have specific examples, we can discuss. If not, I will move on. Calm, clean, dignified. Someone tries to pull you into gossip. Old you participates to belong. New you says, "I do not want to talk about them like that." Then you change the subject or step away. Someone is in a bad mood. Old you tries to fix it, becomes anxious, takes it personally. New you stays steady. You offer presence. You do not chase. You give space. These are small upgrades, but they are spiritual upgrades because they purify intention, purify speech, and loosen attachment. That is cultivation. Now I want to address a painful question that many people carry. They say, Why do people like the rude person more than me? This happens because some rude people appear confident, and confidence is attractive, but do not confuse confidence with harshness. True confidence is calm. It does not need to dominate. It does not need to win. Some people use arrogance as armor. People may be drawn at first, but long-term trust is built with stability and kindness. So your path is not to become rude. Your path is to become steady. Steady people are not always instantly popular, but they are deeply respected, and respect lasts longer than shallow attention. Now, let us connect this to karma and merit in a way that makes sense in modern life. When you live with clean intention, you create merit. Merit in modern terms means social trust, inner peace, and good relationships. When you live with right speech, you create merit. You reduce conflict. You build reliability. You become someone people feel safe around. When you give space and practice stability, you create merit. You stop creating emotional debt. You stop triggering people defenses. You allow genuine connection. This merit returns in ways you cannot predict. People recommend you. People help you. People forgive your mistakes. People include you. Opportunities appear. Not because you manipulated, because you became a person who carries clear energy. So when people say life suddenly becomes smoother, this is one reason. Your inner cultivation changes your outer outcomes. Now I want to tell you a longer story that ties everything together, so it lands in your heart, not just your head. A woman named Mia was known as the helpful one. In her friend group, she was the organizer, the listener, the one who remembered birthdays, the one who bought gifts, the one who showed up when someone cried. She was proud of being dependable. She believed this made her lovable, but over time, she felt invisible. Friends would call when they needed comfort, then disappear when she needed support. They would accept her help, then forget to invite her to casual hangouts. They would praise her kindness, but they did not truly see her. Mia became bitter. Quietly, she did not explode. She smiled, but her heart was heavy. One day she met an older neighbor, a simple woman with calm eyes. The neighbor listened to Mia and then said something that sounded almost too direct. You are trying to buy love with your kindness. Love cannot be bought. It can only be shared. Mia felt offended. She said, I am not buying love. I am just being good. The neighbor nodded and said, being good is beautiful, but look at your suffering. If your goodness makes you resentful, something is mixed inside. The mix is attachment. You are attached to being needed. You are attached to being praised. You are attached to the idea that giving guarantees receiving. That attachment is what is hurting you. Mia went home and cried because it was true. She started noticing her own patterns. She would give help before being asked because being asked made her feel important. She would solve problems for others because it distracted her from her own emptiness. She would say yes, even when tired, because she feared being forgotten. She would keep conversations going because silence felt like rejection. She would over-explain because she feared being misunderstood. She began to see the hidden need behind her behavior. The need was not evil. It was human. The need was to feel safe and loved. So she began practicing the 3 ways. First, clean intention. She stopped helping when she felt the hook. She would ask herself, am I doing this freely, or am I trying to secure closeness? If she felt the hook, she would pause. Sometimes she still helped, but she would consciously release expectation. Sometimes she would not help. She would let others carry their own responsibilities. That was hard at first. She felt guilty, but slowly, She felt freer. Second, right speech. She stopped over-explaining. She started speaking with simple clarity. She started saying what she wanted without dressing it in 10 layers of politeness. She learned that a warm no is kinder than a resentful yes. Third, space and stability. She stopped chasing friends when they were distant. She stopped texting repeatedly. She stopped trying to be the emotional manager. She began focusing on her own life, her own rest, her own growth. She became stable. At first, some friendships weakened, and that scared her. But then she realized something. Those connections were built on her overgiving. When she stopped overgiving, the connection had nothing to stand on. This was painful, but it was also honest. Then something new happened. New people entered her life. People who respected her calm. People who did not need her to perform. People who enjoyed her presence, even when she was not useful. Mia finally felt something she had not felt in years. Being liked without working for it. And that is what high class really is. It is being rooted in your own worth so your presence feels light. People can relax because you are not trying to take anything from them, not even reassurance. Now, I want to bring this home to you with a reflection you can use immediately. If you feel unlike D despite trying hard, check these 3 areas gently. Check your intention. Is your kindness free or does it carry a hidden request? Check your speech. Is your communication clean or is it anxious, sharp, or filled with hidden blame? Check your attachment. Are you giving people space or are you trying to manage their emotions so you can feel safe? When you adjust these, your whole social life changes. Not overnight. Like wine, it matures, but it changes. Now, let me close with something that creates deep resonance. Many people think being liked is about being impressive, but being liked is often about being safe. People like those who make them feel safe. Safe means you are steady. Safe means you are not unpredictable. Safe means you are not secretly keeping score. Safe means you speak with respect. Safe means you can disagree without humiliating. Safe means you can be close without controlling. When you become that kind of person, you do not need to chase being liked. It happens as a natural effect of your inner cultivation. This is why spiritual practice is practical. When you train intention, speech, and attachment, you become peaceful. When you become peaceful, you become warm. When you become warm, people relax. When people relax, connection grows. So here is a simple invitation for you. Choose one small moment this week to practice clean intention. Help without needing a reaction. Or say no kindly when your yes would be resentful. Choose one small moment to practice right speech. Speak clearly, briefly, and warmly without over-explaining. Choose one small moment to practice space. Offer presence without chasing. Let others have their feelings without taking them as a verdict on your worth. These are small actions, but they shape destiny. Thank you for staying with me through this long talk. I want you to share your story in the comments. Have you ever tried hard to be liked and felt it backfire? What did you notice in yourself? What helped you shift? Your story might be the exact medicine someone else needs. If you want more long-form videos like this, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment so this message can reach more people who are tired of earning love the hard way. And if you want to support the channel even more, consider joining the membership so we can keep creating deeper content on wisdom, compassion, karma, and the kind of daily practice that makes life feel lighter and more meaningful. There comes a time when you realize you want something that belongs just to you. Something that brings comfort, and keeps you connected to your inner world. Wall-crafted bracelet does exactly that. Quietly, softly, and consistently. If you felt drawn to any bracelet in this video, you'll find the purchase link in the video description, and many more auctions in the channel's storefront. Because sometimes the smallest item can bring the biggest sense of peace.